So it's been an exciting few weeks back on a squash court for us people in the UK. England Squash released some guidelines of about 10 routines where we can do socially distanced squash. You may have seen this sheet around your squash club, and so all we're going to do here is run through about 6 or 7 of these routines and show you how best to do them. First up, we've got boast drive. Dead simple routine. The player at the back boasts and the player at the front straight drives. With all these routines, we have to remember we've all been off court for 4 months, and so we don't want to make them too hard. With this routine, the responsibility lies with the boaster. Don't boast too hard, don't boast too low. We're working together. It's nice just to feel the movement, feel the ball on the racket. So yeah, the aim of the game, work together, keep the rallies going, and then change positions. So the player at the back who's boasting goes to the front, and the player at the front who's straight driving goes to the back to boast. Next up, we have a natural progression from boast drive. This is what I would call boast drive 2 shots. Here, the player at the back will straight drive to himself and then boast. Then the player at the front simply hits the drop shots themselves and then straight drives. Again, initially, especially with the drop shot, keep it quite simple. We're trying to get the routine continuous. And now the next progression from boast drive is the player at the front has the option to hit a straight drive or a cross-court drive. The player at the back has the option to boast or straight drop. This is a routine where it can become very competitive. But again, if this is the first session back on court, I would advise, let's not make it too difficult. The danger is, if you stretch too much, you might pull a muscle after having such a long time off the squash courts. Now on to my favourite classic routine, drop drive. I personally would start any coaching session with drop drive. Dead simple, the player at the back straight drops, the player at the front straight drives. Again with this, like with boast drive, the responsibility with the drop shots, keep them high-ish. You're not trying to go for perfection and make the player at the front overstretch. And then after a few minutes, you can start hitting your drop shot a little bit lower. The driver can be nice and aggressive with his straight drives. And then the routine should go on quite nicely. And now change positions. The player at the back who's dropping goes to the front, and the player at the front who's driving goes to the back. And then change sides and do the same again. These volleys are a lovely way to end a session, I think. They're so great for control. Here, me and Chris are just volleying to each other. We're working together. We're not trying to beat each other. We're trying to keep the ball in the air for as long as we can. So the player on the backhand only plays backhands, and the player on the forehand only plays forehands. I also add the rule that it can't hit the side wall. Have your first aim to be 20 shots in a row together, then 50, then see if you can hit 100 shots without the ball bouncing. Now the same cross-court volley to each other, but move back. So instead of being on the half-court line, we're now at the back of the service box. This is quite difficult to control. This is a routine that can get competitive the first time we're back on court, because we're not going to make our partner overstretch. So to hit a really nice high cross-court volley lob, you want to be getting it within a few inches of the very top line, and then ideally, like a good lob serve, You want the ball hitting the side wall exactly where your opponent wants to volley it. Now on to our last routine of the video. The same volleys, but now we have a straight volley to ourselves. So straight volley to ourselves, then cross court to your partner. They do the same. Straight, cross, straight, cross. An excellent routine for control. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we hope you found this useful. We'll see you again very soon.